So the boxing fight and event, probably of the decade, resulted in a thorough boxing masterclass from Terence "Bud" Crawford. And I'm kind of pissed, cause we was knowing. Feel me? We knew stylistically that Bud was awful for Canelo, but I was scared. I wasn't willing to bet on the intangibles that I saw due to the unreal amount of unknowns. I don't think I've ever went into a fight having as many what ifs as I did in this one. Well, every question was emphatically answered Saturday night. This is Bud's era. He is the guy, indubitably. And I do want to dive deeper into some of the film, some of the more interesting things I noticed from the fight. But first, Bud is a top 10 black of all time. Like, I ain't titled as that or just say that as some kind of joke or nothing. I'm dead serious. You know, you got Martin, Obama there, gotta be. George Washington Carver, LeBron. Somewhere in that top 10, though, I got Bud. Cause you already had what he'd accomplished before Saturday. A man who made 2 undisputed runs. We ain't doing no catch weights, rehydration clauses. Come as you are. Hopefully at your best. He ain't never ducked nobody neither. Instead, Bud's the one who done been ducked, but hey, this man just bout that action. A true boxer from the technical aspect, yes, but he just wanna be and fight the best. He had mentioned that he wanted everything that Canelo had. He certainly went out there and snatched his chain. To go ahead and look at the fight a little bit, again, the pre-fight knowns, I guess, did prove to be true. Bud's lead hand was gonna give Canelo fits. The range was controlled very well by Terence. From the probes, just that lead hand fighting that Canelo don't really care to engage in. Mentioned it in the predicts. The top hand is the one that usually win here. Facts. But the lead hand thing was interesting because the jab was essentially non-existent from Canelo. So, instead, to enter range, he went to 2 things. A lead right cross that he was quite successful with, but also his lead hook. Now, he did have success leading with his hook, intercepting the movement of Bud. The idea from Bud seemed to be that, okay, we always have to have an out to counter Canelo's pressure. And if it wasn't through smothering or clinching, Crawford would circle out to his own right, which will automatically win him that outside foot battle, clearing him the lane for him to exit. I'll touch back on this later, low-key. So Canelo was using the hook, and it was working well. Until Bud peeped it and adjusted. A thing you gotta notice off this step-in hook is that Canelo's stepping in on the inside, which stepping in on the inside ain't this absolute no-no. You'll probably hear some say it is. I watched Manny Pacquiao make a living off doing just this. 3 things about it though. Manny had a great understanding of angles, able to eat off the inside and the outside foot. 2, he was unreal athletically, able to pivot in ways niggas just ain't able to pivot in order to throw and land his rear hand. And lastly, he stepped on the inside to set up and throw his jab, not no hook to the body. So when you look at how Canelo throws his hook, first of all, there was times he threw it and it ain't even land for real. He really just slapping Bud's back, and he's firmly stepped on the inside firmly to throw this hook that he can't follow up on with nothing against the best counterpuncher in the sport. Not gonna lie, Canelo was low-key asking to get cooked doing this, but I digress. And lastly, I said I didn't think inside pocket fighting was the way here. Boy, Bud was throwing them Jones, holy Christ. Forced Canelo to stay in there too cause he was holding the outside foot. Where Canelo's supposed to go? Even did show the power to stagger Canelo in them last exchanges. This was just masterful. There was only one singular sole thing I truly felt confident about in regards to this fight. If that final bell rang, if this fight went the full 12 rounds, Bud was cooked. I was 1000% sure the judges was gonna give Canelo a decision. Maybe make it a draw, something. But no, Bud's performance couldn't be denied. And even though I personally don't agree with any of the cards, I think the margin of victory was a little bigger. Either way, Bud got it done. And lastly, the close. I forgot to say it before the fight, but all this is so nuts, cause this man essentially jumped from 147 to 168. He made a quick pit stop at 154, and when he did that, He fought a good fighter. Madrimov is a very good fighter, aqua guy, all that. But he ain't the best at that weight. Feel me? All things considered, that fight was considered to be a tune-up. Then Bud say, okay, I'ma jump up 2 more and fight the best nigga there, the undisputed champion. Dog, that's ludicrous. I believe Bud should absolutely retire. You can't get you no better end than this. You know what I'm saying? Also too, and I'm genuinely asking cause I'm a casual. I pop in and out of this sport for real. Who else is there to fight? Boots off the table, Bud just fought at 170 pounds. Unless it's a rematch, I kinda think both can and should wrap it up, but we'll see.